Welcome, 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 all you entertainment holics out there in radio and television land. It is time yet again for another thrilling, exciting installment of You Guessed It. Wicked entertaining coming at you live Monday through Friday, 5 to 6 p.m. Pacific time. That's 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern time on Rock Rage Radio. We are also syndicated on the following: iHeartRadio, SiriusXM, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iTunes, Spotify, Audible, Spreaker, and a lot of other sites. We are also on YouTube, Vimeo, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram TV. And we are distributed by Sony Music Entertainment, Sony Music Publishing, The Orchard by Sony, Art19, BMG, and 50/50 Global Music Incorporated. Hell yeah, we're here for another exciting installment of our show. We've had a lot of great guests over the last few weeks. We're going to keep this momentum rolling. I'm your host, Jennifer DeVoe Muse. We have many other great hosts and producers of the show. We have James Muse. Together we're Jenny and the Muse. We also have Derek Webb, actor, producer, and fitness trainer. And then we have Greg Coster, radio personality and producer. And then, of course, also our sultry songstress, Amy Bowman, and our Mac Daddy of Metal, Shyler Staver. Tonight is, I guess, happy Labor Day all around. Well, to, I guess, United States. I don't know if they celebrate anything like that in other countries, but for sure, most definitely here in America, happy Labor Day. And we have our amazing featured guest tonight, actress, PR person, and she does a lot of other things, of course, but we're going to bring her on the air tonight from New Hampshire, Kadrolsha Ona Carole. We always like to call her KO.
Yes, because no one can pronounce my name.
Did I do an okay job of it, at least?
Great job. I think you're Russian or Polish.
Thank God. Well, I mean, I did have a best friend once that was a co-host, and she was Polish, so I guess it rubbed off. I guess it rubbed off. How's it going?
It's going great. It's going great. I mean, there was such torrential rain. I don't know about where you are, but the highways were flooded. Cars were off the road. There were accidents.
Wow.
Just insanity today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow as well and have more flooding.
Wow.
So I'm praying that no one gets hurt. I mean, it's just devastating when it have things that, never mind the wildfires and mud floods and everything else.
I guess no fireworks tonight. I don't know. Do they do fireworks? I don't know.
They had them last night, and my dogs are afraid of the fireworks. And I didn't know if I should tranquilize them or tranquilize myself. I wasn't sure, what to do.
Both? Both?
Yeah, I could have done both. But they didn't go on for a long time. I think it's because of the rain. Maybe.
Yeah, it was raining. It was raining up here too all day. I just didn't know. I mean, I haven't been outside all day, so I didn't know how bad it had gotten. Yeah. You know what I mean? As far as like flooding and causing accidents and stuff like that, I didn't know it was that bad. Wow.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
That's crazy. I wonder what's going on. Nutty weather in the East Coast, I guess.
Hey,
the usual.
You know what? I still would rather be here than other places. I mean, we got the 4 seasons,
Yeah.
And we always complain about the summer, and then we complain about the winter. We're never happy.
You know where I was the happiest?
When?
Los Angeles, God damn it. No. No, it was year-round niceness. It barely ever rained. It barely ever 10 years. It was just wonderful weather. I got spoiled. That's the problem. I got spoiled, and now I'm back here, and I'm not looking forward to winter. I could deal with the summer. I don't care about that. But the winter, my arthritis.
I'm about maybe 30 miles off the seacoast. So I wish I were closer. But when you are closer, then it doesn't seem so bad in the winter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I've always lived inland, I guess.
Yeah, if you're closer to the seacoast, that's pretty good.
Interesting. All right. Well, tell us a little bit more about you and what you do. Okay. Tell people how to correctly pronounce your name, number one. And then,
My name is Kadrolsha Ona Carole, and Ona,
love it.
translated in English, is Anna. But it
Oh,
would be Anastasia. So Kadrolsha Anastasia, and then you're like, that's this
that's
too damn
gorgeous.
long, you know? Why don't we just like K-O? That's really simple. So everybody just calls me, and yeah, it's stuck. Whatever.
Nice. You got that KO, that, that knockout punch.
Definitely. I used to be a cop, so yeah, I could definitely do that.
Oh, now that's exciting. You were a cop. Oh, my heavens.
I graduated the Northeast Regional Police Institute, top of my
Wow.
class in firearms training and, the whole academy. And yeah, it was great. Did a lot of different things, anywhere from, I don't know, crime scene investigation to forensics and on down the line.
Wow.
And
That's exciting.
yeah, Unit One, the gang task force, and I did that for years, and I liked it. I was happy until I realized you could get hurt, and I just
Yeah.
really hurt
Yeah, of course.
it. So, but yeah, I do have the law enforcement background.
That is so crazy. You went from being a cop to being an actress and like a PR person and stuff like that. And that's just amazing to me. That is like a big shift. What made you go from doing the police to doing the acting?
Well, I was doing everything in between. It's just that was my primary paycheck, was
Okay.
doing police work like that. But as far as PR work, I have been doing PR for professionally for well over 20 years, but I
Wow.
even, longer than that, just dabbling in it and stuff like that. So I have a very vast network when it comes to getting the word out. And it was wonderful. My friend Barry Goodrow, we just inducted him into the New England Music Hall of Fame. And I did all of the press for that. And the little Newsbreak app on that me and my grandson, the Newsbreak app on your cell phone. I am a content provider for that, so I was able to put it.
Wow.
So, and I work with a multitude of clients. I mean, Comic Cons and just
Mm.
celebrities, or people that want a little bit of a boost. Um, they may feel they're not getting that word out properly. And I'm kind of entrenched as a content provider for a multitude of, magazines and publications and things like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, tell us a little bit more about was it the Hollywood Entertainment News?
Yes, Hollywood Entertainment News was something that it's an online magazine. And when the pandemic hit, um, the Comic Cons that I would go to as Queen of the Paranormal with the comic books, everything dried up. Money just went,
Mm,
and you're trying to use your savings for retirement. You're helping your kids,
hmm.
and it's just insane to watch that money go. And
Yeah.
I'm going, gotta do something. So
Right.
I contacted them and asked if I could do like a television aspect, and I ran it by them, and I had connections through the media anyways to put you know uh, shows and things like that on airport television. So I
Mm,
did that. They said yes, and the rest is the way it is. We do Hollywood Entertainment News, where it's a mini type show because it's in airports. It's on digital signing screens in gas stations, liquor stores, and
wow.
select markets, and electric car charging places. So we have like positive reinforcement for this from the celebrity to their fans, and they give a message and we talk about like that. But we've actually expanded. We're working with 360 tvn, and
Mm.
I just got my international press credentials,
Oh,
and
wonderful.
I'm going to cover the Cannes Film Festival in France, and I believe that's in May, and then Berlin, a film festival in Germany in February. And then, of course, we have on the 9th, 10th, and 11th of September, but we'll be there just the 10th at the Toronto Film Festival in Canada. So we're doing a whole bunch of different things with Hollywood entertainment news, and by bringing those quick little, I call them bumpers, the 30 seconds, a minute, to the masses so they can see that. And it's a really great niche product because you're not in competition with anyone. Although some people think they're in competition with you, and I'm thinking like, yeah, you're on for an hour. I'm on for 30 seconds. This is crazy. People get these things in their mind just because you do the international airports and that's where you're seen. That I don't know. Yeah, it's life.
I think we should all just be building each other up and helping one another, not to be a competition. You know what I mean?
We all have our own assets, our own way of doing it, our own shtick, let's say. And mine is, I honestly do this. I help people. I like to see them achieve their goal, and I never charge a dime. And I've recently just there's a woman that had a great story in a book called Stiletto Diaries, and I read it. It's a series of stories, and I said, you know what? I think this is wonderful. So I talked to my one of my agents. He's Kevin Calhoun from Ubiquity Film Studios and Ascendant Films, and he liked the idea so much that now we're developing it into two aspects. One called Stiletto Diaries, one called Stiletto Angels. And it's all these stories about the mom. And the girl that wrote the book, I brought her into the loop, and now she got picked up for 2 movies on top of it. So
wonderful.
That's how we help each other, and I'm not jealous. I'm not on I am on one of the movies that I brought her on to, but the other one, I have nothing to do with that. That's her own thing that she got involved in. And but she made the connection where I made the connection for her. I think we should share the connections and things that we have with other people. And there's no competition. You're absolutely right. There shouldn't be any at all because we all have a different gift to be able to give and present.
Amen. I'm right there with you. I just, especially being in New England, you know what I mean? I think that we should all like help each other. You know what I mean? I don't do this for the money. I don't do this for fame or fortune or any of that crap. I do this because I truly love doing it.
That's why
yeah.
I started out, in doing paranormal stuff and other things, but I did it in a video form because I wanted to educate and I wanted to show people, how you could do it this way, you could do it that way. There was a rhyme and reason to it. And then I could slowly bring other people on and help them as well. And that's what I do. Although I do get paid, for articles and things that I write and content providing. But the way the economy is, there's a lot of bartering that goes back and forth as well. Like if you do an article for me, I will give you access to this celebrity to put them on, Hollywood entertainment news. And so we go back and forth like that.
That's awesome. That's good. Everybody work together and help each other. And I like that. That's the way more people should be, for sure. Now, what's this? Let's talk more about that Queen of the Paranormal stuff. That is awesome. I love that I saw that you had the title Queen of the Paranormal.
Yeah, cool title. I've been walking around with that since 2007.
That's awesome.
I did a television show called Cece the Huntress, which was on New England cable, and it was also on regional broadcast television and stuff like that. And it was a great program. And I used to, Cece the Huntress is Queen of the Paranormal. I've got posters with it and whatnot. And a gentleman decided that he thought that was really cool and he wanted to push me further. And I said, okay, it's nice. So the agency that I was with, Ideal Event Management, where the ghost hunters were and all of that, I felt that I was kind of cuckolded in like this little circle. I needed development. I needed things they couldn't give me. So I left there and stepped into out of the paranormal into the general public, doing the very large Comic Cons. And so I trademarked the Queen of the Paranormal, smartest financial move I've ever done. And with that, even though I was using Queen of the Paranormal, people just went crazy like, oh, you're not a queen, you're not this. And I'm thinking, you know what?
Too literal. Like,
Because I was smart enough to trademark it and you weren't. But
yes, I
like
love it.
godmother of the paranormal, grandfather of the paranormal, whack-a-mole person of the paranormal, all these paranormal, little things. But the minute I put queen of the paranormal, they all exploded. And hey, they're not even doing paranormal anymore.
Let them blow up. They'll
No,
live.
you know what they're
They'll
doing?
deal with it.
They're chasing Bigfoot, and then when I got tired of Bigfoot, when they fucking go, they're gone.
You can swear all you want on my show. That's the great thing about it. You can swear, you can smoke weed, you can have a drink of a shot of whiskey. I don't care. I'm very a very like open format. I love this play. I love doing what I do. It's just
I see they're all gone. I guess their spouses or partners got tired of the expensive hobby, and where they didn't get famous fast enough, they're off doing something else. But I'm still standing. I was first to bring the paranormal into airport television and different aspects when it comes to digital signage. And now I do for the paranormal. I do a thing called supernatural news bullets, which you can see in gas stations and things like that. And that's about 30 seconds, a minute tops. Again, the little bumpers. So, you're not standing there half an hour with the gas pump like that. So it's quick little things. And it turns out great. But I did have a shout out to a guy named Dexter Williams. He won Best Screenplay. And that was for the Kingdom of Horror for his screenplay. And he's a good friend of mine. And so.
Oh, yes. I think I talked to him the other day.
Oh, you put him? Yeah, he's a great guy.
I think, yes. I think that's who I talked to the other day. Very nice guy. Very nice.
Also, I want to say hi to Bobby Luisi. Hey, baby.
What's up?
Bobby Luisi.
Is that my little mob guy?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I friended him because I saw him on your page or whatever, and I saw he had some kind of book or something out, and I was like, "Fuck yeah! I love the mafia! I gotta hit him up."
He does have a couple of books, which is great.
I gotta have him on. Gotta have him on the show. I'm definitely gonna hit him up.
I'll give him a call. But
dude, awesome.
With Stiletto Diaries and whatnot. Now he's involved as of today. I spoke with him, and so he's in. And I feel that when it comes to working in a particular field, you have to have a real representative, someone that can address the people properly, their mannerisms, the way they speak. And there's no one better than Bobby Luisi, being a two-time boss king from Massachusetts and Philadelphia. Right. So he's a minister now, and I do his radio show.
He said, "What the fuck?" He was a mob boss, and now he's a minister, and he has his own radio show. My God, this guy is awesome. Yeah, I have to have him on the show.
Yeah, he's definitely he's a character, a straight dude, and absolutely love him to death. Great guy, and it's nice working for him. Guys and creeps stay away from me.
Yeah, I can see why. For fear that. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's the best.
You do have your stalkers, and you have crazy people that write.
Of course.
And
they get upset because you said you're the queen of paranormal, and now they feel some kind of way. Be like, look, back off. Don't make Bobby Luisi. He'll snuff you out.
Right. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
That'll be in trouble. Yeah. So I do a whole bunch of different things. I do his press as well, and
nice.
I like having my finger into a whole bunch of different things. So when it came to the Queen of the Paranormal, I was doing these Comic Cons. I had a comic book.
That's awesome.
Little did I know that the comic book I was approached to do it at a Comic Con called Old Comic Con. It was in Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, wow.
There, and a gentleman came up to me, Charles Moyset, and he said, "Do you want to be in a comic book?" And I'm thinking, "Who the
Wow.
fuck would he want that?" Yeah, I know.
Sure. Yeah.
Thought about it, and I said, you know, I want to be me doing what I do in real life. And we talked all about the different things that I did and that I'm doing with healing and, saving people and stuff like that. And so we put the comic book together, and the author of the comic book was Brian Morris. In fact, I still work with Brian too. And Brian got a hold of me. He's a comic historian. And
Oh,
he said,
wow.
you may not realize this, but you're the first person in comic book history to do what you do in real life between the pages of a comic book, superhero style.
Right. Yeah.
In 19, I think it was 34, it was Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. They
Hmm.
did in a comic book their television show, what they
Really?
do.
Oh,
But they weren't
wow.
superheroes.
Yeah.
And so I have all the documentation and all of that from way back, helping little kids. I was 12 years old, and there was a family where they had two kids. They were twins, 2-year-olds, and they went out on the ice and fell through. And I went out there and got them.
Oh,
And so
wow.
that was in the paper. So that compounded with the other things I've done gave me that iconic status. And of course, everyone went crazy with that one too. And I'm thinking, there's not, you can't please, you just can't, no matter what you do, how good you are to people, how much you help them, they just, they don't care. They're just always meanies around, I just ignore them.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You don't need to incur their karma. You know what I mean?
No, no, not at all. And for the people that have benefited from me helping them, with the movie deals or interviews or, press or whatever, they're very thankful and very kind. But, it's just like being a mother bird. You got them in a nest and you teach them, and you're really doing well. And it's time to get them out of the nest with all the knowledge and mentoring you've given them, and help and money and stuff, and then they just they're not they can't fly, and so you take them back and you help them some more, and then they still can't fly, and at that point you're to blame.
Wow.
It's like, hey, I did all I can. I gave you all the tools, everything, but sometimes I think people like to maybe not try as hard and they fail, so then they have an excuse on why they didn't make an impact in their career. Um,
Yeah.
they they use it as an excuse, like, oh,
Hmm.
that bitch over there, she didn't help me, she didn't anything me. And in the meantime, I shelled out money, I did this, I book them on, the Paracons, Comic Cons, and stuff like that. Uh,
Right.
to, to no credit at all. And then they turn into stalkers that you have cease and desist orders on. So it's a
Wow.
wild world.
It is. Yeah. They're lucky they didn't get me. I would use my expert marksmanship. I tell people all the time, I've killed 5 things bigger than a human. Don't make me. Don't
Yeah.
make me. And I ate them. Don't make me.
I, in the public eye, or whatever you want to call it, I have to be civil, and I don't want to be, but I'm not like that at home. But I am in public. But when you go to these conventions, you have a list of people that you don't want near you. And when we did the thing with Barry Goudreau on Saturday evening, I presented several people who live kind of close to that area, who have whacked out family members on the sex offenders registry and everything
Oh,
else.
wow.
Come beat me up. And these are people that send me pictures of like where my house is, and of my family, my ex-husband's house and stuff. These are whack jobs. And so I have a photograph of the person, the family. I got a photograph of the other person. And then I go up there, they got pages of this. The band members have whack jobs. Everybody has like somebody crazy out there. And I'm thinking, well, I know I'm not the only one, but I didn't think there were that many out there. And so they
Mhm.
had us, we were just all backstage, and they had these like police railings up, so no one could get to the stage because there was
Mhm.
just a lot of crazy people. But the place was
Yeah.
sold out. It was packed, a lot of people, and a lot of fun. But there's also that security situation you have to really, really think about. So when I do Comic Cons, when I do personal events or go out, there'll always be a list of people and what they've done, their cease and desist orders, their whatever, and I
Wow.
know now I know I'm not the only one. When they got 20 pages of whack jobs at one event, there's a problem.
I guess I've just been too scary that people don't ever approach me like that. I haven't ever been threatened. I've never had anybody like come at me sideways, and I think maybe they just know I'm crazier than they are, and it would not be a good fucking idea to threaten me or my family because I am that bitch that will hunt you down with a gun and I will show up on your doorstep and I will shoot you in the face. I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. I'm that crazy bitch who had a cousin that chased her sister through a woods once.
Wow.
I'm not joking. I've had some crazy fucking family. Like I've dealt with anything you can think of in life. So it doesn't like pretty much nothing scares me. You know what I mean? I've been
Well,
attacked. I've been attacked by gang members. I've been attacked on Skid Row in downtown Los Angeles. I yeah, all kinds of shit. Like nothing scares me at this point. I've had a gun put in my fucking face, right to my forehead before,
me
right
too.
here. That's what I'm saying. So like when you've been through these type of experiences in life, pretty much nothing scares you anymore.
No, it really doesn't.
And I've
Though
killed things, so it really like once you've seen the life go out in some things' eyes, like it just kind of puts a different perspective on things in life.
No, it
Like
sure
it's
does. You value your family. You keep everything close to the vest. And I mean, I am friendly with everybody when it comes to the events. I'm very hands on.
yeah,
But the event is done. Well, there's always security at these conventions.
which is good. That's
It's not
good.
like a paranormal convention. Nobody goes to those, which is sad. Who goes to those are usually the vendors and the teams, and they learn a lot from each other. Believe me, it's a
Right.
great event. But the general public, they don't know who they are. So the general public usually doesn't buy a ticket unless it's
Oh.
someone from a big show that they may know, and then
Oh,
they'll.
okay.
But the Comic Cons, I mean, they are just jam packed, and there's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
well, so when you always have security next to you, who has the list of the whack jobs?
Which is
Um,
good.
yeah, so we have signals, and they come to the table if there's a problem. But when it's over, I go right to the hotel. I don't hang around. I don't even stay at the hotel. I stay in a hotel, 10 miles away from all the baloney. And because inevitably they hunt you down and they bang on your door, and someone's watching somebody go, in the elevator, and then they know what room you're in. So I avoid all of that and just try to stay safe. And I always have,
That's good.
like my daughter with me or my son with me. They're with at the table or they're waiting at the hotel. So there's always someone around. You got
That's
to
good.
watch it in today's society with all the crazy people.
They don't know who they're screwing with though, do they? Because you were a cop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like they don't know. Like do you actually, you know?
No, they don't, but they know quite quickly. I've had some, situations that have been kind of dicey, and I've been able to get out of them. And that's it. I mean, I recently I was on a walk. It was real early in the morning, and I usually don't go that early. And there was a guy trying to kick a dog she was walking. and she was trying to
Oh,
get away. It was a small
it's a
dog trying to kick.
oh,
He didn't see me, and I side kicked him in the upper back, boom, like that, and he went down. Then I maced him, and
wow,
went running off through the woods down this trail, and I make sure the woman was okay, and I said, you're gonna be okay. She goes, where are you going? I said, I'm gonna finish my walk. He's not coming back. When the police come, because she called the police, I said, just tell them to go over to the Dunkin' Donuts. That's where the trail goes. So they'll
right.
catch up with them over there. And yeah, so I am rough and tumble. And
You are a real life hero. You know what I'm saying?
well, you know what? You would have done the same thing. You probably shot him in the head, but I kicked him close to the head.
Okay, I might have shot him in the head, but that's neither here nor there. He would have limped. At least he would have dragged a leg off limping. I
Yeah.
might not have killed him, but I would have wounded him.
How does it feel to be kicked like a dog?
Exactly. Piece of crap.
That was it. Then I maced him, and he went off on crying and everything, and that.
Yeah, I've always been the hero type, the protector type. You know what I mean? That's I wanted to be a cop at one point in life, but I ended up not going that route. I did try out for Los Angeles Police Department back in the day, like in the 90s, but I'm glad I ended up being pregnant with my son, and that it never happened.
That's
Yeah.
why I left the police department. I was pregnant with my son, and I had gotten hurt a few times. Didn't really make a fuss out of it, and realized I really could get hurt, lose the baby. I just no
Yeah.
more. I'm no
Yeah.
more. And that's okay, because you take those lessons and you learn from them, and try to keep up with marksmanship and fighting.
Right.
So yeah, I try to keep up with this so I can do things to help other people again.
Right. Yeah, I ended up just being a security guard. You know what I mean?
There's nothing
But
wrong with that. I mean, look at
no.
all mall shootings and stuff now. You
Yeah.
know, you can be a mall
Very true.
security, any kind of security guard. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit more about like some movies you've done. What have you been up to lately?
Well, recently we just talked about Stiletto Diaries, which is a
Right.
series of stories based on the mob and stuff like that. And that was the coolest thing in the world. And then there's another movie that I'm involved in called The Realm of the Waterfall. And this is a major motion picture turned into a television series. The pilot alone, I think, is $37 million budget for
Wow.
film. That's a big movie. So that's I play Queen Melaine, and I'm one of the queens on the island. It's run by women and a couple of men, but yeah, I like the concept of the show. I can't say too much about it,
Right.
but that's a fantastic program. I'm also on a program called Vice Squad New York because of my police training and whatnot. Play Commissioner Carol. So that's cool, and
Awesome.
I'm excited about that part because you go back to the police training and whatnot. And I'm also on a project. I just got put on there today. Oh, I'm not supposed to talk about it. Okay, I'm not going to. But you have the NDAs and there's not much.
Yeah. No, there's certain things you can, like I've been on TV and a movie and whatever, and you can only like talk about so much. You're only allowed to maybe say like, oh, it's maybe the name of it if if they've already started plugging it or something, and maybe the name of your character, but you can't really go into a whole lot of details, and because you don't want everybody to know too much. I mean, you want people to be able to see it. If people already knew every little bit of the movie, who would pay to go see it?
Well, that's the whole thing, and then they sue you on top of it all. And
Yeah, and you don't want that. No.
they mean business, so
Yeah.
you don't want to really mess up with that stuff. But I don't really do like main character stuff. I will be doing that now. I also participate in documentaries and a whole multitude of like behind the scene work, whether it's being a PR person or being an extra on the sidewalk and stuff like that. And
Hell yeah.
I was an extra for Supernatural, and it was the one that Dee Wallace was in. Oh God, something. And I was the boys. I call them the boys, Sam and Dean. They were walking down from this retirement center that Dee was.
Oh my God.
And I was on like the sidewalk thing there, and so I'm doing some PR for Rhode Island Comic Con, and I'm also going to be covering it for Hollywood Entertainment News. And Sam Jensen Ackles, he's going to be there.
No, Sam is Jared Padalecki. Dean is Jensen Ackles. I'm sorry. It's my favorite show in the entire fucking universe. It's literally my favorite show. I'm obsessed with it. All 15 seasons. I'm just saying.
Single episode.
Me too. And I'm just like obsessed. Like I just watch it over and over and over and over and over again. And I've even bought the comic books and like I'm in the process of doing collecting on some of it. But yeah, that's my favorite show in the entire universe. I'm just oh my God.
See them. Him.
I want that car. I want the 67 fucking oh my God, I want the 67 Chevy Impala. That's what I want. That's my car.
5 or 6 of them they used or something.
Oh yeah, they had a bunch. They had shit tons of them. Different varying degrees of fucked upness. Some of them were like, they were like, just one of them was in a fucking, junkyard and one's in good condition. One was like half fucked up and you have different ones, but yeah, that's my ultimate car that I want someday is a 67 Chevy Impala, black, just like their car. That's what I want.
With the windows down and everything.
Oh, we're gonna get the tattoos, me and my kids. We're getting the fucking we're getting the sigil over our heart on our chest that locks it in so demon can't possess you. I want the angel wings on my back. I want the like all the different yeah. I'm huge on that show. So like yeah, we're gonna get the tattoos and everything.
And I have an old friend over a decade now, Stephen Williams. He played Rufus on Supernatural.
Oh my God, I fucking love Rufus. If you could ever introduce me to him, and I would love to have him on the show. I love him.
I can ask him for you.
He was so hilarious, and I've seen him in other stuff too, not just that. But he's been in other movies and shows too. But
yeah, he did it. He was on it, and he did a whole bunch of stuff. But it's going to be almost like Old Home Week with the people. And David Newell is going to be at Chiller Theater, and I met him at the old Comic Con. Wow. And every Christmas we still exchange Christmas cards and stuff. And he's a great guy. So I can't wait to see him again. And
awesome.
Like the Comic Cons, it's funny. It's like a place to relive your youth. All these old sitcoms, all these older stars, and you go in there. Yeah, they do have some new ones, like people from Supernatural and stuff like that. But they mainly have like the older ones, and like Barbara Eden. From Get Smart and
right.
Geez, all of them. And it's just so great to be able to see them and remember when you watched those sitcoms when you were very, very little.
Yeah. Oh, that's exciting. You were on Supernatural. That is amazing.
Yeah. And there was another one. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but I was standing over by like a homeless like a can of fire and stuff like that. But I do a lot of green screen work. And I do a lot of if I can like do the extra stuff, I would do it if I'm in the area. Doesn't pay well. You can't really mingle near the stars or anything. No,
you can't.
But damn, you're on there, so who cares?
No, exactly, yeah.
Now with the Hollywood Entertainment News, like I can just walk around anywhere with those credentials that I have, and get the scoop and be the groupie I want to be. I
mostly did that for the music industry. You know what I mean? Going to concerts all the time and being press, official press for different
Yeah,
concerts and festivals and stuff like that. And I've done some stuff with as far as TV and movies goes, but you know what I mean, more so I guess in the music industry.
yeah. I
So.
like music industry. I sang backup for Joe Cocker,
Oh
and
wow!
and I was on stage with the Stones when they did the nightclub tours. I
Oh,
just
that's amazing.
and I sang with Bobby Vinton, Tom Jones, just a whole bunch of people. Had my own band. This was
Oh
back.
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I have tried to incorporate some music, with the events. Sometimes it goes, sometimes it doesn't go. You
Right.
know, um, I haven't really sang at that capacity in a long time, but I know at Chiller Theater they were doing a tribute to David Bowie, and I
Mm.
took the stage with Peter Tork from the Monkees before he passed
Hmm.
away. Mickey Dolenz was there. Sax player for Tina Turner, Gary DiCarlo sang backup with me. We get up there and saying, all you young dudes, you know, and so
Nice.
yeah, we just had a great time, and it was wonderful. And so after that, I sang some Christmas songs at my grandson's school. And that was I haven't done anything since. So maybe someday again I would take the stage and sing a few songs or something. That
I
would be
can only I can only do. I have two tribute bands that I've been in the process of trying to put together. I had a whole band put together for both bands out in Los Angeles, but then I ended up, deciding to move back here. So it's like I got to start all over again. Find new band members. But one of my bands was called Beelzebub's Bitch, and that
love that.
and that's all tribute or cover songs for like Running with the Devil,
Oh,
like anything to do with like that kind of stuff, like Hell's Bells and Highway to Hell, that kind of stuff. Anything to do with like that, Sympathy for the Devil, that type of shit. you
I
know,
love all that stuff, and I like to sing Journey songs. And
hell
there,
yeah.
the drummer for the band Boston, Sib Hussain, and he used to co-host a show with this old wrestler named Scorch, and they did
Mm.
it in New Hampshire. And I'd come up there because I was friends with them all, and just sit there and watch. And so Sibby and I, he didn't like Journey. I like Journey, and we would
Journey's
argue
amazing.
on air about Journey. And I'd be singing, I think you wanted to kill me. So, but that was a lot. And I miss him. He passed away on like
Oh,
a Rock Legends cruise while he was playing the drums.
oh,
Yeah, very
well.
sad and phenomenal gentleman. And can't say enough good things about him. And but yeah, you meet a lot of interesting people like you have with the bands and things.
Mm.
And I have never come across anybody that had like a major ego problem with bands that have are very large. But we just we work with the bands Extreme, and
Oh yeah.
know them. But it's way down to earth, nice people, and then you get
Mm.
these bands that like garage bands that think they're Led Zeppelin or something.
I know. I have the same thing.
Oh,
I yeah. I'm friends with the band Orgy, and they're some of the nicest guys on the fucking planet. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And like I've met other big acts, other big bands over the years, and really nice guys. Like we're very down to earth. But you're right. I have met some bands that weren't that great, and they thought they were like king shit of Turd Island, and I'm just like, oh, sweetie, no. But like,
No, they're so hard to work with. And you're just shaking your heads going, you're 50, 60 years old, you haven't made it yet. Go the fuck home.
yes, if you haven't made it by now, there's a problem, and you're never going to.
The hobby and that's good. I mean, hey,
Yeah, it's good to have a hobby. Sure. Yeah.
it's a hobby. Go out and play and have a great time. But if you're
Yeah.
that age and you think all this and you're so mean to everybody, nobody likes
Yeah.
that.
No. No.
Same
No,
thing
they don't.
with celebrities. You find the most humbling celebrities are the bigger ones. And then you work with someone who's trying to make it or whatever. And they just, just, I don't know, got a
Treat
celeb
people
head.
like crap.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't like to deal with people like that. I just like to deal with people that are down to earth, that want to maybe help others like me, that treat
Yeah.
everyone equal, and there's no ego trips, is none of that.
Yeah. I mean, I've hung out with Andy Dick. You know what I mean? I had a blast with that motherfucker. He made me laugh the whole goddamn night. You know, you know what I'm saying? So, like, nobody should ever take themselves too fucking seriously.
No, they shouldn't. You should always be able to laugh at yourself. You know,
Yeah.
others are laughing at you. You might as well join them.
I always I always tell people if I can't laugh at myself, I have no fucking right to laugh at others.
Right. I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm always getting a dig or a jab or something from some bitch somewhere. Even
That,
guys.
that's why you throw it right back at them.
Yeah.
I'm a stand-up comedian. I don't have no problem in my family. Oh, some of the most bitter assholes on the planet. You know, like we're like New England. You know what I mean? Like tap each other. You know, you're always like, poking at them, and like we're always very brutally honest with each other, and but like in a joking way. We're always fucking with each other, and I always tell people if I'm not fucking with you, it means I don't like you. You know what I mean? I think that's a New England thing. You know what I'm saying? You just fuck with the one you love.
I can just see you and I together. Vendetta a mile long.
That's all right. We can protect ourselves. We're good to go.
Say we're old and we don't know what's going on.
I played a lot of football. I fired a lot of guns. I don't got a problem. I'm just saying.
Neither do I. Yeah.
You just gotta have a good time. Just have fun in life and laugh and joke and be positive and try to help others. And
Yeah, well, this is the thing, because I have found with networking and being good, but mainly being good to your word. If you say you're going to do something,
yes,
do it. If
yes,
you keep your promise. If
yes,
you can't promise, say I'll try. But people like that, and they come back to you because they know you're reputable, they know you're honest, they know they can trust you, even though you really don't want to trust anybody, but they can trust you business wise.
yeah,
And that's how you get ahead. If you help someone get ahead, then and they're happy, then they recommend you, and then maybe you get a part in a movie. Maybe you get to interview a big star or something, or
right.
have a radio guest. So it goes a long way. Being nice goes a long way. Being a bitch gets you nowhere. Nowhere at all.
Yeah, it's like my nana always said: you get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar.
And that's true too. That truly is. I was going to say something, but I forgot now. I don't know. I did take a pill, so I don't know. If I don't think of it, that's okay. I guess it wasn't that important.
Somebody had a question. Kelly DeWolf says, biggest turnoff.
Oh, what's my biggest turnoffs?
Yeah.
People that come up to me that are drunk and drool and try to impress, that I don't like.
Oh, I gotcha.
I love to hug people. For one thing, you can feel their energy, you can feel their intent, but when they're hugging you and grinding you, I just lift up my knee and get them right in the dick. Oh, balls, whatever you want.
That's awesome.
That's into that, and they're looking at you going, ooh. And
it hurts.
Yeah, I'll give you a hug, but don't ever touch me like that again.
Right? Good.
So, and Kelly, I know Kelly. Hey, Kelly. Kelly Kelly was in a movie, scary paranormal movie. She was in the
Ooh,
frames on the side.
I love it.
Yeah, she's a
You,
great girl.
you got any other shout outs you want to give?
No, I just want it all for myself. So I don't really care. No, I just want, I music is healing, and that's why we have the New England Music Hall of Fame, which I founded with Chris and Nino.
Hmm.
Um, Chris and I have over like 49 awards for directing, executive producing, and things on IMDb. So we do a lot of movies with Tag Team Friendship Productions and
Oh,
Killer Bees Productions. And so we founded the New England Music Hall of Fame to be able to preserve the music of New England from a historical perspective to modern day, everything in between. You don't have to be a rock star. Could have been a disc jockey, could have been a real loyal road crew person. We want to be able to recognize everyone in all those different aspects up to modern day, all genres. And we're doing a pretty good job of it. We're busy, as far
hmm.
as presentations and stuff. We had a lot of exciting ones coming up as well, which I can't mention because we haven't even told the people yet. So, but like I said, we just did Barry Goudreau. We did James Montgomery, James Cotton, just a whole bunch of people. And yeah, so
No,
yeah,
that's
it's fun being able to do something like that and recognizing people in the industry.
that's wonderful. I'm glad that you're doing something like that. You know what I mean? Especially like to help shed a light on, England, New England artists, people in the music industry that maybe have never been noticed before, you know?
Right. And it's important because not everybody can get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or the
Very
Blues
true.
Hall of Fame or something like that. But
Right.
if you can have specific areas, I mean, New England is 6 states, and a lot
Right.
of people, had a big impact in New England. And I mean, look at Barbara Streisand, for instance. She sang in New England, and she was
Mm.
taught by a gentleman, Dante Provoni, I believe, in Boston. I trained with him as well. And I think it was Joe Perry, Steven Tyler. We all trained with Dante Provoni. And,
Wow.
but with Barbara Streisand, she was at the Frolics. It's not there anymore, but the Frolics in Salisbury Beach, and they
Oh,
they they fired her because they didn't like the way she sang. Of all things, can you believe
wow. That's freaking nuts.
that?
It's
That
fucking Barbara Streisand for the love of God. Oh my heavens.
that's crazy. And then you have places like the Hampton Beach Casino. It's
Oh,
not a
I
casino;
love that place.
they just call it that. Well, I did a story about that for Ghost Stories for a book that I wrote, and a lot of people don't realize, but the back parking lot was actually a baseball field at one time for the workers and
Wow.
employees that worked at the Hampton Beach Casino to go out and play and have recreational time. But that was
Hmm.
a baseball field at one time. So that's
Wow.
really cool history there. And all the people that played there and with the impact that they left on New England,
Hmm.
all that should be celebrated and never to be forgotten.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I saw Physical Graffiti, which is a Led Zeppelin tribute band. I saw them play at the casino Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom in
Yeah,
like I want to say 1994, somewhere around there. It's been a while.
that would have been
Yeah,
the time frame. Yeah.
yeah, that was a great venue.
What I want to see, and I've been watching their videos, is Voyage, which is a Journey tribute band. And the
Oh,
singer they have, Hugo, I saw it at the Hampton Beach Casino. I said, well, you know what? I'm going to Google that and check it out. Man, that guy looks just like him.
wow.
Stephen Perry looks like him, sings like him. I mean, I think he over dramatizes, his, mannerisms a little bit
Right.
too much, but you're on the stage, and yeah, you got to do that. But yeah, I would love to go see them. I'd like to interview them and pretend stuff.
Let's hit him up. Let's hit him up. We'll tag team it.
Okay.
We'll hit him up. Be like, hey, we want to interview you. That'd be awesome.
Tell I won't. Hey, I'm just. You know what? I love that band Journey, and I would love to. I think interview him. I think that would be fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but if we could do something like that together, wow, that'd be a hell of a great time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Definitely have to get a room and sleep that one off.
Right? Yeah, I love interviewing. Celebrities are fun, to interview, especially. You know what I mean? But like, I always look at it like this: they put their pants on one leg at a time, same as the rest of us. You know what I mean? They're people too. They're human too. They have emotions, same as everybody else. I've become friends with a lot of celebrities over the over the years from doing this, and it's been a fun experience. But I don't take myself too seriously. I don't look at myself, oh my God, I know some celebrities, big fucking deal, so do other people. I mean, you know what I mean? So you just got to be humble with everything you do. Be humble and be a good person.
Shows that, feature celebrities, Hollywood movie stars or whatever. That's like a gazillion of them out there. And you do it because you like it. If you want to, your own kind of shtick or educational twist to it, good. That's great. That's what you do. That's what I try to do. I try to do something a little different. It's definitely more palatable because it's like condensed and they can watch it quick. And if they want to learn more, maybe they can catch your show,
Right.
And so I just give them little brief bumpers like that.
I like it. All right. Well, where can everybody find you before we head out for the evening? Social media, your website and places like that.
There's two places you can go to. One is www.hollywoodentertainmentnews.com, or you can go to queenoftheparanormal.com, and from there you can contact me and you can find out maybe a little more about me and the different things I do that we haven't even touched on. And just check it out. And thank you very much for having me on. I really appreciate it. I knew you were going to be one hell of a gal to just have some let's have fun. Let's have fun.
Hell yes, exactly. You're the queen of paranormal. I'm the queen of fun.
You know what? Trademark it.
Before some other bitch does.
They'll start posting like how they're related to some freaking queen or Princess Diana.
And I say, who fucking gives a shit? Have fun with that. Exactly.
We can all go back in time. We're all related to some figure somewhere, but to be posting nonsense like that is just.
Hey, I don't want to be a real queen. That means I'd have to be from inbreeding. And I'm all set with that. Oh, did I just say that? Real royalty or inbred? Come on. Even the Queen Elizabeth and her husband were like second cousins. I'm just saying. They were. That's what it is. What it is. To be a real aristocracy, a lot of times they're all related, and that's kind of creepy. So I'm all set with that.
I think that's creepy too. I don't want anything to do with that.
You got to keep the pure bloodline. Sleep with a relative.
I'm Abenaki. I've got nothing to do with anybody. I am Abenaki from Newport, Vermont. One of the things I am. And now I don't think I really want to hail from royalty. I mean, I guess
not real royalty.
All kind of do, trademarking is one thing. But
amen.
Run around with a crown on your fucking head.
Exactly. All right. I want to thank KO for being on the show today. You've been an awesome guest. I love it. We had a blast. And we'll definitely be getting together soon in person and, have a good time with it. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. It's been a pleasure. You've been an awesome guest and love you, dude. All right. tomorrow night, come back on to Wicked Entertaining as we have Mikaru, the metal. He's metal, amazing guy. You got to come see him tomorrow night. Wednesday night, another Queen of the Damned, I guess I'm gonna call her, Lillian Mortis, that crazy kooky person. Man, she does like you got to see it. She does like. She has people staple money to her. She has, like, she plays with fire. She twists and contorts and does all kinds of crazy stuff. So she's like a freak show performer. So come on back on Wednesday night. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Thursday, she's one of the people I manage. Check out our amazing cavalcade of artists on Get Real Global Artist Management. And then let's see, Friday night we have Edge of Thunder coming on for the show. So we're going to have a great show. Thursday night we're just going to play some really great music videos from a lot of our artists from around the world that we love. And till tomorrow night, we'll be back. Have a great night. Be safe. Peace out.
Bye.